Well, hello there, you lovely people. Welcome to another episode of Draw with Mikey. I am, of course, Mikey, and this, yes, is a big pencil drawing of Genos with this super cool, uber, opened-up, explosive armor array. Now, hopefully you guys saw me time-lapse just doing a little bit of pencil onto here. And don't worry, I didn't just draw this out of the sheer power of my artistic skill. I'm not sure if you could see, but I had originally blocked out really big shapes and chunks, like loads of cylinders, loads of squares and stuff. So when I was drawing all this gubbins on top, I was working to a framework. And obviously referring it in general to a really awesome looking scene in the anime One Punch Man. If you're not aware what's going on here, definitely watch One Punch Man. But more importantly, in general, hello there everybody. I hope you have some paper or some art homework or some drawings you're getting on with at home. Join me along as I talk about stuff and ting whilst drawing whatever, and basically, you know, it's just a big chill out session. So get yourself a lovely cup of tea. Just gonna have a little sip actually. Delicious. And I'm going to use this as an opportunity to talk about some things and read through your comments whilst we draw. All right, drawing time is back. First thing that I've got to say is I'm sorry. Kind of sorry, not sorry. I am sorry that this episode is late because I had planned for it to be out on a Wednesday like usual. Oh my god, but basically my phone wasn't charged. I'm doing loads of training at work, so like my brain is completely fried. I'm learning loads of new stuff. My phone wasn't actually particularly charged, so I hung it up and started recording and drawing something on another page in the sketchbook. And it must have like recorded for about 5 minutes before the battery ran out whilst it was on silent, and it quietly turned off. So I was like a big dicklouche for another 15 minutes till I realised, oh, that hasn't worked whatsoever. Today's episode is going to be late. So today might be a Thursday, today might be a Friday, whatever it is, I've recharged the phone. I mean, today itself is actually Thursday. So if this comes out on Friday, it means that I haven't really managed to render and upload it in time. Or it is out on Thursday, in which case, yay, hello. Hope you're all doing well at home. So, why have I copied out an existing image of Genos if this is the sort of session where I like to draw whatever in my art book and just kind of expand on other ideas? Well, that is actually to answer somebody's question in the comments from last episode. So, let's go down a little bit. Matthew Munoz. Oh, hey bro, that's what we're going to call him. And also, if I expand on the comments, I know that somebody else way back when this episode went out also mentioned it as well. Wait for it, I'm searching for them. Oh, and yeah, topics. By the way, guys, I want to talk very briefly about Lost Paws and his channel. Don't worry, I'll give that some background. And also, kind of like hentai anime in general and my thoughts on it. Seems like some good stuff to talk about now. Basically, I'll find it when I get to it. But somebody else also, as well as Matthew, hello there, asked me basically, what do I do when I've got like artist block, when I can't quite draw up an idea or get something out of the way? And that is a great question. What do I do? So I had in the Sexy Anime Saturdays. Oh, by the way, guys, I mean, if you're new to the channel, just deal with it, okay? This is like a really weekly put together series. It's a great series, hopefully, but like I don't plan it out and I'm tired. I'm like dribbling at the moment because I've just come back from work and I'm still just so exhausted. Bloody hell. But basically, I did a Mikasa Ackerman picture from Attack on Titan a while ago as part of the SAS. And I actually had loads and loads of different goes at that. For the sort of 2 or 3 of you who support me on Patreon on that higher tier, obviously you'll know all about it because I release, every time I do a Sexy Anime Saturday video, I've probably had about 2 or 3 attempts beforehand at drawing a picture that haven't quite worked out, like alternative poses and things like that. So on Patreon, I upload all of that as well and sort of do an editor's commentary through all of the videos. But for those of you not in the know, basically, I had loads of artist block with that character. So what I ended up doing was changing medium. I was having loads of trouble doing it digitally, and I was just stressing out about it. And I thought, oh God, that's not how I want to live my life. I'm not actually having fun. So then I just went back over to pencil, completely mixed up the game plan. And that brought like a kind of completely fresh look to things, which I found really helpful. But in general, if I've got artist block or worse, I want to be creative and I want to just come up with something. You know, if you're looking at a blank sheet of paper and just marveling at all its wondrous possibilities, its virgin white snowy sheet, and then you have like trouble kind of committing to something that you're satisfied with, then what you can do is not worry about your imaginative skill, but take it as an opportunity to give that part of your brain a rest and just work on your technical skill. So what I'm doing here is I, in particular, couldn't really think up much to draw for today's episode of Draw with Mikey. Hello again. So what I've done instead is I thought about what have I recently seen or watched or read where I just thought that image is fucking awesome. And it was this Genos opening up his gear. I think it's from a scene where he's training with Saitama. And then he's just, because Genos takes his life so seriously in this hilarious anime. And he's just like, I must give it my all, I must surpass master and all that sort of stuff. So he like clamps his robot hands together and all these cool gubbins and guns come out and he gives it like a maximum energy flame blast or something like that. Which was just awesome. I was like, whoa, that's like a really awesome scene. And I was just thinking things like, fuck me, the animation is really good on this series. Like, they don't cut corners and do like loads of really weak still images. This whole thing is like, jump, jump, it's awesome, basically. My sound effects that I make with my mouth, they don't do it justice. Like, watch it. So yeah, so the point that I'm getting at is basically, if I've got artist block about trying to come up with an original thought or design, I won't bother. It's as simple as that. It'll either come to me, and I'll happily do it, and like crack on, or it won't, and I just won't stress about it. Seriously, it's not worth it. Life's too short. Go do something else. That rule does not apply if you're doing commission work and you're having to work to a deadline, by the way. You can't just walk away then. You really have to just power through, and that is a bit of a nightmare. Like, I love doing art for work sometimes, but commission-based art sometimes isn't as fun because like you've really got to push it. So, yeah, so I couldn't think up of anything completely original, so I thought, oh, sod it, I'm going to just recreate this image. I enjoy this image so much, I want to sink my teeth into it. It's really weird. I want to recreate it. I mean, hopefully that makes sense to you guys who enjoy drawing, that, you know, you'll see something so awesome that you think, I have to draw that. And you'll know that you're probably not going to draw it as well as the original. I certainly am not going to. But it doesn't really matter. You want to have a go at that. It's just an awesome art thing. I hope that makes sense to you guys at home. I really do. So yeah, that's kind of my advice, really. Unless you've got like a deadline or you've got a project that you have to work on, I'd say if you've got artist block, mate, come away from it. Don't bother about it. Go for a walk. Go play with your mates. Go get drunk if you're old enough. Go get drunk illegally if you're young enough. And just go live your life, basically. Come back to it and do something else. That is the Mikey answer to that question. Of course, this series is full of me not talking and drawing because I can't quite do both at the same time. But let's see if we can crack on with your comments. Starting from the top, Tekken Grandmaster, just an hour ago, mentioned one day I'll be able to draw as good as you or even better. Thanks, Mikey. Your videos are really helpful. Oh, thank you very much. By the way, as a complete aside, I need to just mention, like, I bloody love your comments. Obviously, you know that. And I really love all your praise and stuff. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm really pleased you're liking these videos. Like, proper deep down. It's crazy that I could have a hobby that you guys actually enjoy. It's mental. But I'm really, like, super psyched. But if I'm kind of reading through these comments, I might not read every thank you, Mikey, because we need to crack on and get to all the questions. But believe me, I'm reading them, and I bloody love you guys for it. Let's just get this weird vent flapper-majigger up here and up here. Oh, Genos, you try so hard. Bless him. And, oh yeah, another thing as well. Obviously, I've not moaned about it before. It's not really a complaint. Actually, you know what? It's like the only sad thing to mention. I've got over 21,000 subscribers at the moment on the channel. I'm not boasting about it at all because that's not big in terms of YouTube in general, but it does blow my mind and I never expected it. Like when I started out, it's crazy. And that is really, really cool. We're getting like a bigger crowd together. Like if I can encourage anyone to draw, I'm absolutely chuffed about it. And we can all talk about art and just like be dicks, whatever, together and just mess around and annoy each other. That's fucking brilliant. Excellent way to spend your time. The only downside is it means I get more and more and more and more comments, which is awesome because I love reading them, but it gets harder and harder to actually keep up with them and keep replying to all of them. So like I mentioned before, you might see that I like your comments if I haven't quite sadly got the time or I've gotten too far behind to actually answer them individually. I like them just to sort of let you know that I've definitely read them and, you know, happy with what's going on. But outside of that, oh, this is really an even number of things. I've got a picture of the original just out of shot here, but I'm really loosely trying to follow because I'm trying not to. It's just like a sketch in a sketchbook, so I'm trying not to like make it like a final piece or anything, so that'll take too long. But I do work quite slowly when I'm having to concentrate. But yeah, so basically it means that seeing as I read out your comments in this Drawer of Mikey's series, hello there, then I'm probably, in future, not going to actually reply to the comments in the comments section. Because why write a reply that takes me time if I'm only going to read out my response to you anyway in the following episode? So if you want to comment in this episode, obviously get involved, let me know what's going on. I will actually talk about anything, I really don't mind in this series, it's what it's all about, it's a casual chill. So yeah, I might not answer it, I'll probably just give it a like, just to let you know that I'm here. But just wait till the next episode, and then we'll probably actually talk about whatever it is you've mentioned. And so, with that being said, let's go over DTG LTVG-69. Oh my god! What is with... I know Mikey Mega Mega is like a fucking really weird sounding username, but some of you guys in your usernames are just mental. What's wrong with you? I'm glad you always reply to me, my friend. Yes, hello there. It's a pleasure, obviously. By the way, can you do a tutorial on shoes? Yes, I can. Shoes and skimpy clothing. So basically just a request. Certainly, we'll add it on the list to do, don't you worry. Jason Juarez says, Mikey, I love this style. Bro, what was it called again? Oh, he's referring to last episode's Drawer of Mikey where we were doing loads of kind of like black and white. So basically it's called anime noir, I think. If you just Google image search, something like that, anime noir or black hair girls, you'll get loads of the sample images, I'm sure, that I was using as reference images to just kind of sketch out in the sketchbook last episode around. Good times. What say you, Sim3VD? Oh my god, it doesn't stop. If you want to get some good laughs, you should check out Niga Higa. He does quality videos and is also original. Good, cool. I am behind over time, so I want to know what's going on in YouTube. And if you guys have got suggestions for channels that you're watching that you really like, let me know. Let me get on board. I love supporting other YouTubers. And generally, I also like being entertained, like most of the other humans on the planet. So, why not? The only time I've heard of Niga Higa that is on a Jack's Films roast of YouTubers or something like that. And he just mentions in the clip, he's just like, don't say it the other way, which is funny because he means nigger, basically. I said it, but don't get your knickers in a twist. It's fine. I'm not going to say it again. And I'm not implying that I'm black enough to say it. I'm a little bit brown. And I'm not implying that it's okay to say it if you're not black. I'm just not bothered because we're in my house and I can do whatever I want. Will it turn into a racial debate in the comments? I hope not. I really do. What are you saying? Oh my god. Sime Sprielan? I hope I'm saying that right. Mikey, if you didn't know, the channel Lost Pause got terminated by YouTube. So he's made a second one. It's called Lost Pause 2. Excellent. This is what I was talking about. So, I wanted to just because it's kind of on my mind, basically, I wanted to really briefly talk about what happened there. Now, bear in mind, I actually don't really know what happened. I just kind of know the overview that he mentioned in the Lost Pause 2 channel. So, what's going on? There's this guy, I think his name is Noble, or that might like be his avatar name or something. But he runs another kind of anime-themed channel where, for the most part, he actually plays hentai video games or hentai story-based games. So, you know, horses for courses. But I can see why it's really popular, because you see these games, and it's not something you see every day, and you just think, because he does obviously, you know, block out all the naughty bits. But you see it, and you're just like, oh my god, I had no idea there's stuff like this available. So I can understand why you're going to watch his channel. Just rotating this a little bit, everybody, just so I can get a good drawing line. Is that in focus? It's in focus, don't worry. So yeah, basically, he has like well over 500,000 subscribers, I think. I haven't prepped this video by, you know, checking on my figures and facts or anything. And YouTube temporarily disabled his channel for 2 weeks. And they did it because some of his videos, obviously seeing as he's uploading hentai pornography video games, it got shut down basically on the basis that he had sexually suggestive content. Now, you can kind of go, yeah, obviously he has, I understand. But the thing is that the video that got it shut down, apparently, was a really old one from ages ago. So it's not like he uploaded it and YouTube went, nah, mate. It's literally just out of the blue. YouTube went, oh, do you remember that video from way, way back? We've suddenly now got a problem with it, even though we didn't have an issue before. And it just shut down his game plan completely. And the thing about this is that YouTube, obviously, the whole point is to make it like a really family-safe website. It's one of the most, popular websites in the world. It's not the most, I'm not sure, but it's massive, basically. So I understand that they have a criteria they have to work to kind of moderate their content, of course. But the rules that they have and stuff like suggestive content are very vague, and they are applied and enforced incredibly unevenly. That is for sure. There's no two ways about that. And so, you know, I don't want to bite the hand that feeds me. I'm quite enjoying uploading onto YouTube myself. So I am aware that the people who run YouTube and kind of try to support artists and all that sort of stuff, I understand they're like a really solid crowd and it's all cool. But YouTube itself as this kind of machine can come across as being a real fucking dick to people sometimes. Just like I had my Tsunade video taken down. The second one I did, one of the SAS time-lapse. And if they'd said, look, it's too sexually suggestive, we're taking it down straight away, I'd be like, oh, okay, I kind of understand. I'll try to wind it in a little bit. Because I like to keep things a little bit risky on the channel. Because, you know, fuck you society, basically. That's why. If it's gonna make some people complain and some people enjoy it, that's kind of what I like, if anything. You will even notice, like, my how to get subscribers videos and stuff like that. I left my naughty lesbianish poster in the background because screw you, I can actually do whatever I want. And as a result of that, I was like, oh, okay, it's gone taken down. But it got taken down because the tags apparently were too misleading. And I kind of understand where they're getting at then, because back then I had no idea what I was doing with uploading videos and data. I just was like, oh yeah, it's got Tsunade in it, so I'll just name all sorts of random Naruto characters to increase its like search result. So I went down for that, and I was like, fair enough, but I was just thinking, how the fuck have you got a problem with that now? That video was up for absolutely ages. It was up for, must have been like a couple months, and then randomly, YouTube just took it down without warning. And it just makes me wonder, like, what is happening there? Does somebody get like an alert based on a bit of software that works things out, and then they sort of look at it and say, yeah, you're right, we do need to take this down? Or is it all done automatically by just, you know, algorithms and stuff? Because you don't get the feeling that a human being with common human sense is involved in the process whatsoever. Oh, I'm going on a massive YouTube rant here. Wow, that's really weird. I didn't realise I had such an issue with it. Anyway, so I'm just concerned about that sort of thing. Because for me, if this channel got suddenly blocked for a while or taken down or got some copyright strikes, I don't understand, then I'd be really pissed off, obviously, really annoyed. And then I'd go and live my life because, you know, I've got a day job and I have things to do. When it happens to people like Lost Paws, who's got a really big channel, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's his main job. Like, that is his income and his career that's actually getting fucked over there, which is a little bit weird because it just concerns me that a lot of larger channels even then don't appear to get much support. And that is a bit of a shame. And I appreciate YouTube is freaking massive and you couldn't give everybody sort of a level of support, but you'd expect it for slightly larger channels, or you'd expect him to get a telephone call from somebody or an email or a heads up that this thing is going to happen. But it just happens out of the blue, and people feel a little bit blindsided by it with good reason, I think. Okay, so anyway, yeah, that leads me on really smoothly to firstly having a sip of tea. Delicious. And then just kind of talking about, just because it seems like now's a good time to get it out of the way, and I will talk about it again in the future as the channel gets bigger, my thoughts on hentai pornography. Wow, why are you suddenly talking about this? Oh yeah, adult-themed conversation alert, everybody. Cover your ears, you innocent, beautiful children. Basically, obviously, my channel is full of drawing tutorials and kind of like, I think the term is ecchi, like basically slightly fan service, slightly naughty pictures, but in no way like pornographic. There's no nipples showing or anything like that. There might be a lot of cleavage in some of the art I do, because again, you know, screw you. But in terms of actual hentai porn, like a lot of people think that I might be secretly a hentai artist, and I'm not, oddly enough. Although, to be fair, if I was actually one in secret, that's exactly what I'd say, so you can't really trust that answer, I understand. And as a result, you might think like I'm a massive fan of hentai as well. Now, how to sort of put this? Well, obviously I'm aware of hentai, and I've seen hentai because I'm 31, and once you reach my age, you've seen a lot of shit that you can't unsee, and if hentai was the worst of it, I'd be a happy man, but oh man, there's so much worse out there. So, enough of that topic, by the way. So, yeah, like, I'm aware of hentai and all that sort of stuff, and in terms of, like, if you like hentai or other people watch that sort of stuff or fap away to it, if that's what you're doing, like, to yourself and you're not harming anyone, I really don't care, honestly. Knock yourself out. If that's what you like, fap away. it's not an issue for me. Obviously, if it harms other people and stuff like that. Oh, and I'll tell you what, lolicon. I draw the line at that lolly stuff, man. Because if you're fapping to, even if it's a cartoon, but if you're fapping to the idea of like children, I don't know. That basically is borderline paedophilia. But having said that, I'm pretty sure it's a law in this country. If I drew like a kind of lolicon image that depicted a child in a sexual situation who was underage, I think I can go to jail for that. Obviously, I'm not going to. I don't want to. But what scares me about that is the fact that it's just a drawing. Like, I could just draw something that depicts a scene, and it's almost like freedom of expression's getting kind of taken away there. Like, I could actually get in trouble and go to prison just for drawing something, not even sharing it or passing it around or posting it online, just having that image, a drawn image I'm talking about, not like pictures of kids, because that will make you an actual pedophile, and then you are going to go to prison. So yeah, it's a really risky topic to talk about, but just to kind of like reconfirm, don't touch kids, because that's very, very wrong. But it's weird that like some things can just really be out of control these days. Shame, shame, shame. So yeah, in terms of normal hentai, I don't have an issue if you like it, but I'm not actually a massive fan of it myself. It's not my go-to material, so to speak, when I'm having a gentleman's moment on my own on the internet. It's not really for me in that respect. And I think, I'm not 100% sure, but because I can, to a degree at least, draw, if I draw like a character with big boobs, I don't find it sexy. Obviously, I understand what makes something look sexy, but I don't draw something and think, oh, that is hot. And I wonder if it's because either the magic of the situation's taken away, because I know the effort that goes into actually getting a good drawing, or if it's a bit like how you don't fancy your own family members, or God, I hope not, in that, I created that, so it's no longer, I don't look at it and just think it's sexy. And, I've drawn a lot of sexy images, I'm aware, but I've not personally found them sexy myself. So basically, I love drawing, but I'm not actually into hentai. What would you know about it? So, with that being said, what do I actually have against it? Obviously, I've said that people can go live their own lives. I'm fairly liberal and not bothered about stuff. So why do I actually dislike hentai sometimes? Two main reasons, I'd say. One is that it filters into normal anime, everyday anime. And you end up with these characters of crazy big boobs and no personality, and people think by having busty characters and stuff, they can get away with writing less well, but having a story that's a little bit less intriguing, less interesting. And these kind of anime hentai characters, there's just no to little character development. And what it does is it means that these types of drawings and style of characters make their way into everyday, safe, normal anime and manga, and it reduces the quality of the story, and it's a real shame, because I'm quite a story-driven person. I like a great plot, I like characters getting developed and stuff like that. I like good, thorough anime, not just visually, but in terms of the story it's trying to tell. My second issue with it is that I think, to a degree, it alienates people. And what I'm talking about here, I'm just going to make sure everything's still in shot. Oh god, this drawing's going to take... Oh my god, it's 20 minutes already. This drawing's going to take ages. And the other thing that I've got a problem with there is that if you take the layperson who's not really, doesn't know anything about anime, and you kind of say, oh bro, watch this movie, it's really, really good. Watch this TV series, it's really good. And they'll be like, oh, fuck you, dog, it's just cartoons, I'm not going to watch that. Basically, that makes me sad, because there's anime for kids, there's anime for adults, there's loads out there, and because of things like hentai, there can be a stigma around it, where people just think, oh, I'm not going to watch that. Say you see something where a character's got really big boobs, but it's actually a safe for everybody anime, and it's a really good story, and then somebody will see that and go, nah, man, I'm not watching that hentai shit, because they don't want to kind of, dirty their hands on the topic or be involved at all. Which is a bit of a shame, because it might not actually be that whatsoever. They're just kind of misinterpreting it. And it takes away the opportunity to watch something really good. So I don't really I'm more than aware that the internet's the internet, and any version of anything in the world is going to have a Rule 34, and somebody's probably made a porno version of it somewhere. That's just how the internet works. It's just what happens. But I do find it really sad and a shame that it can put people off watching genuine great anime, like Ghost in the Shell or Akira and stuff like that. Real fucking classics. So yeah, oddly enough, I really like risque stuff. Absolutely, it gets a man's attention. But I don't actually like the hentai that much. But I really don't have a problem if it's completely your thing. I mean, obviously I don't, because I'm draw etchy and very near the line stuff myself. So yeah, that's about it. So I watch Lost Paws channel. Like, I've only seen a few of his videos. I see he does hentai video games. I'm certainly very curious to see what's going on, so I might open up a video and skip through. I can absolutely understand why people like his channel, and it's really popular. And all the power to the guy, absolutely. But I'm not going to actually go out and buy any of his games and give them a play myself. And again, probably just because I'm too busy, if anything. Let's just get this. This is a tricky lineup here. It's kind of a curve around this particular power. You know what? I don't even fully understand what Genos' power is, what he fires out of these things. They appear to be either flames or high energy heat beams or something. It's not quite clear. But basically it gets more powerful all the time, each time he has like an upgrade. And it kind of reminds me of Yoshimitsu from the Tekken series, one of my favourite Tekken characters, by the way. Because Yoshimitsu used to kind of get his cyborg elements upgraded every now and then. He's like a cyborg ninja. For those of you not in the know, one of the best Tekken characters. Or if you're as old as I am, the days of Tekken 3. Oh, how many hours wasted of Harang versus Yoshimitsu. Because all the other characters comparatively were shit, unless you're a girl and you played with Eddie Gordo, and just button bashed all day long. In which case, I don't invite you around to play anymore. Simple as that. If you're going to be Eddie, basically you can fuck off. Fuck you, Eddie. Which is a shame, because I love capoeira in real life. And I've got, like, you know, ethnic roots and that sort of thing. Or have I? And when it came to him on Tekken, I just fucking hated him. Okay, let's draw these lines. Up in here, up in here. You're gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Sip of tea. Okay, I'm a bit behind with reading your comments. So, Duck Nam says, I did leave you without information. Oh yeah, so basically this dude said, I'm making a manga. What do you think about it? And I said, what do I think about what? Because he left me no links and anything. So I think you've dropped me a link to Twitter or something, bro. Nice one. I will have a look later. Matthew Munoz, obviously the guy who said about artist block, and that was our point of me picking this image and talking about just drawing stuff that you like if you can't draw stuff you're coming up with. Ravenclaw Tom says, laugh my ass off. Please no sexy xenomorphs for... Oh, yeah, bro, I'm totally with you. So, somebody last episode basically said, oh, can you draw like a sexy xenomorph, which is the alien from the film Alien, designed by H.R. Geiger. And the idea of that deeply made me upset. I'm totally not up for that, with their creating mouths and through the chest kind of stuff. That's, I hope I haven't spoiled the film Alien for anybody. I've just summarised the entire film by two weird noises. You know, where they're all just like, and the aliens all like, yeah. The end. Maybe I should do film reviews in the space of 30 seconds, only using sound effects. Or maybe I shouldn't. So this one is kind of recessed here. So I'm pushing that circle back. And then there's kind of like edgy kind of mark off some sorts going on deep inside. Nice, let's get that back here. Let's get that coming around there. And we'll just do another 4 lines of light. Like so. Excellent. So what's going on around here? This is kind of frame zone, but I think I was trying to get sorted out in pencil. With a line comes right down here. Again. Basically there's loads of flaps and bits opening up on Genos' arm. And each flap that opened up is some sort of heat ray, fire beam, energy weapon of some sort. And it's just like total mech fat material. It's all just like really great image by the guys behind OPM. Joshu Punyama says, love your art style. What are your thoughts on a current world war building up? Oh my goodness, that's, I mean, I said I'll talk about anything. That's quite a deep question. So yeah, North Korea are testing more missiles and have a nuclear thing, and there's loads of sanctions. I don't really know. Oh my god, I've been smudging the shit out of this. Look how, yeah, black man hand. So basically, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not with Trump whatsoever. Like, the guy seems like a bigoted, hate-filled monster. But having said that, there is a part. So, like, basically, I'm talking all over the place. Like, inside my head, there's a tiny part of my brain that's Batman, And that part of my brain wants justice and equality and wants people to feel safe and, you know, also learn to draw and stuff, if Batman was also really into drawing. And there's another part of my brain which is for Joker. And that part of my brain wants to watch the whole world burn. And the Joker part of my brain would bloody love to see if Donald Trump actually became president. Because then he'd either have to go ahead and commit to all the awful things he's talking about, like building the massive wall to keep out Mexico, about like completely blockading against China and all this sort of bullshit. He'd either have to do all of those things, which would quite possibly lead to an awful world war, or he'd be the president and everybody would be like, oh, Trump, do all the stuff you said, and then he'd suddenly have to wind his neck in and calm down because all of a sudden he's actually accountable and he can't just say whatever he wants to in a run-up to an election. So yeah, that's what I'd kind of like to see happen, but it could well cause the end of a war, because then America would go to war with North Korea, and I'm pretty sure America has some sort of missile defense system on British soil that America bought. Now it's like technically American soil or something. So yeah, we kind of have part of the American missile defense stuff in England somewhere. It's really messed up. I don't quite know how it works. But basically I'm saying England would be dragged into it as well, and we'd all be a nuclear wasteland. So if anything, I need to play more Fallout 4 and keep up the practice. How are we doing for time, guys? Oh, this episode's going to kind of run out really soon. I've barely drawn this picture. What I'm going to do this time, just because I'm going to run out of time this evening, is I won't ink in the picture and fill in all the details, but I'll try to time-lapse all the actual pen outline at least, and sort that at the end. But not just yet, my friends. We have a moment. Craft Gaming, you need to do the Sharpie pen. Try Roman Artwood as a prank channel, and oh yeah, I did like a Tesco pen video once. I'm not even going to explain it, but I should do part 2 of the Sharpie marker, seeing as breathing in like those Sharpie marker chemicals, it's fucking amazing. I'm seeing shit you would not believe when it comes to doing loads and loads of black marker in work with that. Let's get this trouser leg's gonna it's gonna come right in here. And it kind of comes back round there. So, for just kind of disappearing off loads of foreshortening down here. And this is the Genos's boot down this section down. Yeah, so let's get that edge in. A big old heel. And the rest of it goes off from there like so. It's just this kind of weird boot design. Comes off like that. Hope that makes sense. Excellent. Really good top-down view going on this image. Okay, flawless cut, hopefully. My phone did just run out of time. So which means I've really just got to crack on with your comments for a moment. So I'm going to just put down this pen, because we'll time-lapse all of that in just a moment. And let's see what's going on with you guys. That is the whole point. Get in the comments. Talk to me. Nicholas Sika Aho. Great name. Hi, Mikey. Love your tutorials. You should stream your art and drawings on Twitch. Well, that is a great idea. And the only reason I don't is, like, I live in a village that is quite far away from most normal good stuff. It's not completely in the sticks, but it's not that modern. And as a result, we have no good internet around here. There's no fibre optic, broadband, anything happening. Oh, I mean, we've got broadband, but not like fibre optic good stuff. So basically, I wouldn't be able to kind of have the kind of connection that would allow me to stream very well, as much as I would love to do this in much more of a live situation. Now, hopefully I'll get there in the future, or like get just a really better provider or something like that. But I don't even own a webcam at the moment. As you guys know, looking through the phone, kind of pointing at you lot, yeah, it's just a camera phone, basically, that, you know, I have in my pocket otherwise all day long at work. I just hang it on a coat hanger or balance it and record the DWM series. But great idea, nonetheless. Sagara027, very cool and useful for reference. Thanks, Master Triple M. May the force be with you. And also with you. Blue Bear, could you do the Mario Kart Brothers in Girl form? Great suggestion. I'll add it to the list for SAS. And Nachongo Pros. Oh, God, your names. We all love you, bro. Love you too. Really love you whilst you draw Triple M. I'm studying art, so you inspire me. And that is, yeah, kind of a cool thing. Like, actually, I'm going to draw this a little bit more. Screw it. Yeah, kind of like part of the point of this series, not really, it's just a fortunate, you know, byproduct, is that hopefully it's kind of a useful thing to have going on in the background. If you're getting your own artwork done, it's nice to kind of like do it in company, so to speak. I appreciate I'm not in your house, but it's quite nice to like get into an art themed stuff if you're getting yours done and somebody else is doing theirs in the background, that kind of thing. So for all of you awesome people, what are you drawing today? Get in the comments, let me know. That would be awesome. I'd love to know what you've particularly drawn this midweek as opposed to last time around. Let me know. Excellent travail. Continue. Bon, merci beaucoup, Jean-Tom. Just some pro bono, nice French stuff there. Basically, kind words from somebody else. Merci pour votre attention pour les séries. Mais pour moi, c'était véritable, très intéressant parce que tout le bord et bon travail. I think I've completely fallen into gibberish. What I was trying to say is that I'm really glad you enjoy it. It's not such a big deal for me, because people are capable of much better art all around the world. But what I want to follow on with is basically just saying it's really convenient. I'm just so, and I can't get around it. I'll say it again. I'm so crazy pleased that I can just kind of do this thing that I like to do, which is drawing. And there's just loads of people who also love to draw, and you kind of keep involved with the channel. Blows my mind. Bloody love you guys. I keep saying it, but it keeps being true, so I'll say it every time. Love you guys. Right, what else is going on down here? Tim, know your damn business. Still good work, man. Cheers, bro. Rafi Zimmerman, when are you going to draw Lala from To Love Rue? I'll add it. Well, she's on the SAS suggestions list. I don't actually know who she is yet, because I haven't had an opportunity to actually look her up, but I've had a suggestion for her before. I have a document full of people's suggestions for Sexy Anime Saturday Girls and stuff like that, and other drawing tutorial ideas, and it gets bigger all the time. I slowly chip away at it, make another tutorial, do another SAS, but it grows faster than I can produce videos, which is great because it means I'm not going to run out of any ideas anytime soon. Let's just get a little piston kind of thing is happening around here, so let's get a little bit complicated. Gubbins. Just quickly draw that on before I continue talking to you guys, just like so. Let's fit that in. Oh, that's what she said. Let's get it on. And 6.5 out of 10 IGN. What you saying, brah? Cheers from the US. Hello, sir. Been lucky enough to get a few of my questions answered. Of course you have. Oh, mate, you've written loads. Okay, let's so. Ah, okay. So basically, you're saying you want me to talk about the thought process behind gender swapping characters and how I keep some elements and draw some others. That's a great shout. I'm gonna have to like shelve that for a future episode. So if you don't hear me talk about that next time round, put this comment up again. Just remind me. But I'm gonna try to make a note of that and talk about it next time. Good idea, sir. Good idea. Great topic. Undead Muffin. Funny you don't think your stuff is awesome. Your shit is a tits. Oh, cheers, bro. It's not awesome. Like every now and then I'll do something where I'm really pleased with myself, and then about a few months later, my art skill will have improved enough. I look back at it and just think, oh, that is shit. Everything is subject to your own standards and skill, and if your own standards or preferences in life change, the things that you think were good maybe aren't good anymore. The things that you love yourself might kind of change and develop as well. It's crazy. It's a weird kind of like evolving thing. Anything to do with design, which is, I guess, why they sort of say if you're going to get a tattoo, unless you're a very impulsive person, which I'm not massively, you should kind of find an image that you really want and then hang it on your bedroom wall, and then keep it on your bedroom wall for at least a year. And if by the end of that year you still love that image, absolutely, then you can get it put on your skin for the rest of your life. But swings and roundabouts, I guess there's laser treatment these days if you've made a terrible, terrible mistake. Roderick Naylor, are you working on a secret art project? Oh my god, Roderick. When I keep going on about how busy I am not fucking kidding, sir. Am I working on a secret art project? I'm working on one secret art project at the moment. I'm not allowed to discuss. I'm currently in the middle of working on one commission, and I have a second one that I need to start working on. And bear in mind, this is all in my spare time when I'm not actually doing my day job. And then I've also got my own manga kind of floating around, constantly developing just inside my head. A lot of it is down on paper now, in terms of the story of the plot for writing. Character design still being worked on. It won't basically be out for a very, very long time. So yeah, lots of things. I like to keep my hands in pies. If that's fingers in pies. Don't put your whole hand in a pie, unless she's really, really relaxed and really comfortable with you. And even then, like loads of lube, and really talk about it first before you get started. If anything. So enough of that. NS Sheepster. I may be overly verbose. You were, sir. I remember you from last time. You made a really long comment, but good on you. Loved it. Smalganigan Flan Helivet. Oh, yes, I remember you as well. Going to London soon, are you? Oh, good on you. Basically, just saying, are there any good sites? There are fucking loads of great sites. London is both an amazing and awful city all at once. I went to university in London. I don't live that far from London now, but thankfully I am outside of London, which is why I'm not fucking crazy. But yeah, it's an incredible city. You're going to have no end of sights, mate, to see and or do awesome things. Get in the comments. Let me know what your preferences are. Do you like architecture? Do you like clubbing? I have no idea like who you are in real life or how old you are, so I don't know what sort of things would be appropriate for you. But yeah, London's got it all, mate. Absolutely, it's one hell of a city. There's no denying that. So let's just get some more gubbins on there. And I think I'm almost having a power cut around here. This is literally day to day. This is what happens in my village. It's a really green, like, alternative village. So, like, people aren't worried about power. They're more worried about, you know, how well the chickens are being treated and making sure that nobody drinks milk and stuff like that. It's an odd crowd around here. But I like it because it's fucking different and everyone's fairly laid back. Optic Deviant, yay, Mikey. Yay! Yay to you, sir. And Curtis Harding, your techniques deft helped me a lot. Awesome. Awesome. This channel's mostly because I love to draw. But one thing I've found really incredibly rewarding, if it's not already obvious, is that I've encouraged other people to draw to a more or less degree. I'm not saying that I'm the reason they're drawing. That's obviously not true. But if I've kind of helped people, you know, get round to getting drawing again, that's just really fucking cool. Like, I'm actually helping. Yay, I'm helping. Next one down. What have we got going on in your comments? I'm so aware that I'm running out of time this episode. Voltage Vocaloid. I wonder why almost all the art teachers hate anime. I've answered yours in the comments, which I won't be doing in the future, seeing as we'll be talking anyway. But basically, anime is a great art form. I love it. It makes for really exciting manga, really exciting animations. But it's a very limited art style in some respects. And if you learn to draw anime, and you've not really drawn before, and then all you draw is anime, you're limiting yourself. The world of art, design, and drawing, I'm currently really into anime with it, but it is an incredible universe of skills. So you should learn other art styles. You're just doing yourself a disfavour if you don't. Good. Old man knowledge there. DeAndre Collars, love your technique, it rocks. Love your face, even though I have no idea what you look like. I'm not really even sure if DeAndre is a boy or girl's name. It might be a girl, in which case I'm awfully sorry. Or it's a boy's, in which case I'm awfully sorry. Pierre JP, Mikey does not like to think. You are correct. Robert Nyhan, I have a challenge for you. Sexy derpy schoolgirl. That is on the to-do list. Hataru Wannable. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Okay, so obligatory lecture about Fate Stay Night. I'm not going to go into it, but trust me, I've read this and I've taken it on board, and I will be watching the other series. Don't you worry now. Understood. And some talk about JoJo being written in the late 80s. So, yeah, you know what? I got that vibe. What I was talking about last time, I'm so sorry if this episode's so long, everybody. I was talking about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I've just been recently getting into this. And it's got this really, like, super hardcore enigmatic vibe about it, where everything's like, oh my god, Super Sunlight Overdrive, JoJo Save the World sort of thing. And it's really, like, full of emotion and stuff like that. But also, it's almost a little bit cheesy and corny at the same time, and I couldn't quite tell if it was taking a piss out of itself. And the art style is incredibly reminiscent of the original Fist of the North Star manga as well. And it looks like what Hataru Wannable's basically telling me is that it was written around the same time and drawn around at the same time. So it might actually be taking itself seriously, might not be tongue-in-cheek, as much as it is now quite funny to watch. But the art style, you're spot on. Reminds me so much of Fist of the North Star and all that sort of stuff. So, good one. Cheers for the answer, bro, or girl, or bro. I have no idea your genders, ages, or races, and that is the magic of the internet. We're all just art friends. How weird's that? What else is going on? Link Vasquez. Mikey, what do you do when you have art block? Oh! There we go. Found you, dude. So I'd seen your comment ages ago, and then I was looking for it earlier. So hopefully I've answered your question. That's the other person I was trying to find earlier when I was scrolling around. Chirimo, how does that nose not bleed? Oh, in reference to some of the artwork and the girls I do. I think I've covered that as well, actually. It doesn't give me a rocking hard-on, basically. Chantel Wilson, I love Lost Pause. The Anime Man is funny, and so is Enshine. Don't worry about replying to every comment. We know you read and love our comments. Spot on. Absolutely, Chantel. Daniel Lee, hi. Where do you get your image ideas from? Any good sources? If you Google it, what do you Google? Mate, Google anything. Google the word awesome. You just find this whole world of images. I can't help you with that. There's like so much awesome stuff out there. Light Inferno. Basically, I'm just going to have to drop some names. Light Inferno. Got you. How you doing, bro? Joel Spencer. I'm really glad you're getting back into drawing. I'm glad you like the Marvel Black Widow look. I'll see if I can get involved with some leather characters in the future. Hover Barber, my favourite part of a Wednesday. I'm so sorry this episode is late. Makes me so sad to read that comment on the only Draw of Mikey episode that's been late so far. Benico Juju, I'm watching JoJo right now. Oh, good on you. Yes. I haven't gotten into the third part of the series much further. I've pretty much stopped at the end of the second series still. But it was so fucking good. Peyton Sand, catching up in skill sets. Mate, we're all catching up in skill sets. I can draw to a certain degree, but I'm going to do my best to never make the mistake of thinking that I can draw well, because it's an ever-evolving thing. Like, if you think you're good, then your mind's in the wrong place. You need to think that there's more you can learn. Personally, at least that's my opinion. So, c'est la vie. All right, everybody. Now is finally the time. I need to drop into some time-lapse. You'll get the joy of just watching this fill in a bit quicker without the annoying sound of my voice in the background. And I'll see you guys at the end. All right. Boom, and there you have it. Welcome back, everybody. So I've kind of just mapped my way along, sometimes matching a picture, sometimes not, but c'est la vie. Just really wanted to get to grips with an image that I really liked, and I think maybe next Draw of Mikey episode I might spend it inking it in. But otherwise, click subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I hope you guys got your own stuff done in the background, and I will of course see you again for the next episode. Peace and love, everybody. Goodbye.